Now, from your Weather Authority, Chief Meteorologist Wayne Hart.
Well, back on the 13th of June, we had a major flash flood on the north and west sides of Evansville. Fast forward a little more than a month, and the southeast side of Evansville gets a major flash flood tonight. Not quite as extensive as what we saw a little over a month ago, but about a 1 to 2 inch rain in 1 to 3 hours caused some of the worst flooding that some neighborhoods have seen in years on the east side. And the water is still pretty high, even though the rain is letting up. And all that after another hot and very humid day featuring a low of 74 and a high of 92. Precipitation, rainfall, latest totals up to 1.22 inches. That's our second consecutive day with over an inch of rain officially in Evansville. And the flood warning continues for eastern and central Vandenberg and western Warwick counties, where all the heavy rain has fallen. And that is about it right now in terms of the alerts. The rain is certainly letting up. It's more along and east of I-69 here. Not much in the way of heavy rain left. Most of the lightning is gone, and we'll see this activity continue to diminish as we head through the overnight hours. But still a little rain on the east side of Evansville, a little pocket of moderate rain right up along Morgan Avenue near the I-69 interchange there, but the rain just about over with. Of course, Newburgh also had a lot of heavy rainfall there, and it's going to take a few hours for all of that rain to drain away. So not a great night to be out and about, especially driving through the southeast side of Evansville into the Newburgh area. The very heaviest rain actually fell in northeastern Henderson County. We had a bullseye there just to the west of Spotsville, or east of Spotsville, I should say. About 3 inches of rain there right along Highway 60. And this shades of yellow indicating 2 to 3 inches just to the east of Henderson. And those 2-inch amounts got right across the river into downtown Newburgh. And then the east side of Evansville, about 1 to 2 inches of rain, but it fell in a very quick time frame, and that's what led to all the flash flooding. Not so much north of 64 today, and initially all the rain was in the southern third of the tri-state, and then late this afternoon everything expanded up to the north and caused all those issues. And that's causing rivers to be much higher than they normally would be this time of the year, including the Ohio at Evansville, which will be rising through the weekend, cresting at 19 feet on Monday. White at Petersburg expecting some minor flooding with a crest of 18.7 on Tuesday. Highway 41 Twin Bridges much better than they were an hour ago when the steady rains were falling and the traffic was really backing up in both directions, but everything looking much better now. Looking better on the east side of Evansville. Still some light rain falling, but not as heavy as it was earlier. We got the rain cooled air. That's the big plus we can take from all the rainfall, but it's still very humid with the temperature of 74 and a dew point of 71, and there's no wind out there. Temperatures generally in the mid-70s will only drop a couple more degrees overnight. So even though we've cooled off quickly with all the humidity, we just don't have the ability to fall much lower than we are right now. Front is stalled out right over western Kentucky, just south of the Ohio River, and it's going to drift a little more northward tomorrow and focus more showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon into the early evening. Our severe threat for tonight is over with, but tomorrow, Storm Prediction Center has areas north of I-64 under a marginal risk. Some of the new data indicating that risk may have to be pushed farther south, and you'll see why on Future Tracker. And then Sunday, the entire tri-state, again, an isolated damaging wind gust will be in the cards. And as you can see here, that's a severe weather threat, so we'll go through that for tomorrow morning. And again, we're not worrying about anything overnight. But here's Future Tracker, quieting things down for the overnight. A few showers possible tomorrow morning, mainly in our northern counties where there could be a little thunder and lightning. And then we bring in a wave of storms later in the afternoon, hitting I-64 around 4 p.m. And these kind of hold together as they push into western Kentucky after highs in the low 90s. And that's why I think that severe threat may be expanded down to the south. But it looks like most of the storms are done with by sunset. The rest of Saturday night is quiet. Sunday looking a little less active, but still some scattered showers and thunderstorms firing up. And we're still in that pattern on Monday, which will continue to keep the heat basically where it is right now. Look at this, 7 p.m., more storms through the area. But as those storms diminish, the heat will be on the rise next week. But scattered showers and thunder showers diminish overnight. Low 70s. Tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds. More scattered showers and thunderstorms, especially later in the afternoon. Upper 80s to lower 90s. And then scattered showers and thunderstorms on Sunday. Chances are a little lower, a little bit higher on Monday. And then they fade away, or at least diminish for next week, as some of the hottest air so far heads our way. Highs in the mid-90s Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, with a heat index of 105 to 110.
Wow. All right. Thank you, Wayne.